Hello, I'm Dr. Pat with Little Critters Veterinary Hospital, and we have Sugar, a 7-month-old dwarf male rabbit, with us today. Sugar's actually a very social, very sweet little bunny today. And he was brought in for his first baby exam, and we had an important question from his owner that we get quite frequently. Why is it necessary to neuter a male rabbit? The owner's point was he never goes outside, he's only a house rabbit, so why should they neuter him? Do you know the answer? Neutering in male rabbits is actually very important. Bunnies, even this adorable and cute, will often urine mark their territory. I had one owner that I remember, her rabbit was a house rabbit and would run past her sofa and spray urine across the whole length of the sofa. They can be very territorial, so urine marking is common. Neutering reduces the hormonal influence, and it can reduce or usually eliminate this behavior. And then the other factor is cancer. So in female rabbits, there's a very high risk of reproductive cancer. Males can also get that. The risk is lower, but I have taken off many testicular tumors in rabbits. So by neutering your rabbit, you're not only improving your quality of life and their quality of life, but you're improving their health and preventing problems down the road. You should think of spaying and neutering in rabbits no differently than you would think of the necessity in spaying and neutering a dog or a cat. This is just a basic part of pet ownership or responsible pet ownership that should be done. The other question that comes up is it safe? In our hospital, we see roughly 5 to 10 rabbits every single day, and surgery on them are very common. But we've implemented safety procedures that are very specific to bunnies, and I think it's very important that every hospital that sees bunnies does this. Our rabbit surgeries do get preemptive pain control. That means we provide comfort before the pain starts. So it reduces the stress and prevents the GI complications. Everything we do in rabbits, we're thinking about gut health and preventing GI stasis or gut slowdown, because we know stressors and pain can exacerbate that. So preemptive pain control is number one. The other thing is our rabbits under general anesthesia are intubated. So there's a breathing tube put in their airway, so the airway is controlled for safety. And then the gas, the oxygen, and the anesthetic are delivered directly into the airway. Many places won't do this. They'll just put a face mask on them, meaning they have no control over the airway. It's much less safe. It does require specialized equipment to do it, but it is much safer in the long run. And then we always place an IV catheter in rabbits, just as you would have done for a procedure, and certainly your dog would have done for a procedure. And that controls blood pressure, it goes into back leg, and also gives them fluids. So again, we're trying to keep the gut healthy and make sure they stay hydrated during that day. And then they do go home with pain medication as well. And then the other question I get asked is, will they have to wear a little cone of shame? And no, we don't ever do those in rabbits. So we don't put a little lampshade or e-collar on them after surgery. They really are treated pretty much as normal. So unrestricted, we like them moving around because it keeps the gut moving. The sutures are all internal. There's nothing on the outside for them to go after. And the big thing is I just have owners watch the GI tract. We do send all rabbits home with critical care, and if there's any GI slowdown, we have them feed right away. And as soon as our bunnies wake up from anesthesia, we actually syringe feed them just to keep the GI tract moving. And then they are on pain medicines after surgery. We do a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory and an opioid. And that ensures a very favorable outcome and a long, healthy life for these guys. And I'll show you really quickly, because one of the other things I tend to see in bunnies all the time is we do sex changes, meaning it comes in as a female and I have to tell owners, nope, it's actually a boy. It's not real obvious when you look at all rabbits as to whether they're a boy or a girl. When we look at this one, the testicles are down right now, right here, so you can see them. But if you watch, they can easily be pushed up into the abdomen, and they'll go all the way up and you'll see nothing at all. So a lot of times owners just don't know if they have a male or female. So it's really important to get your first baby rabbit exam. We'll make sure the sex is accurate. We'll get the RHD, rabbit hemorrhagic virus vaccine, on board and start them out just like we would a young puppy or kitten. And so the goal is we set them up for success by making sure we do all the proper preventative care as good, responsible pet owners and give them a long, healthy, happy life with their new family.